Sometimes the best solution to couples' problems is to give space to each other. Despite with all the love to each other, you cannot have a perfect relationship. There is still misunderstanding and you can find ground with your partner wherein the best way that could help is to separate ways for a while. We all know that parting ways with your loved one can give us a lot of fear even if it is just temporary. However, not all breakups have negative results. Sometimes it can make a relationship stronger as compared before. How can breaking up help you stay together? 1. Being apart could make you both a stronger individual. Independence is the key to a happy relationship. This is the reason why both parties want to separate ways for the meantime, because they want space and they are looking for happiness. When you are apart, you don't have to rely on each other. You need to stand with your own feet and you will be forced to figure out how to be happy with your own. You have no choice but to find your own interests and how you can cope up with the struggles in your life. So when the time will come that you will be back together, you are already trained and you don't need them in order to survive. Thus, you will have a strong relationship now, because you already know how to handle it. 2. It gives you a chance to analyze what isn't working. After broke up, you can analyze everything. What happened to your past? You cannot realize it if you are still with each other. Keep distance and you will see everything. The root cause of your breakup and what have you done? Did you try to solve the problem with your partner? Or you just leave it? After a few weeks of being apart, you can see what was good and not. You can also decide what needs to be addressed or settled in order for you to be happy again. 3. It helps you think when your relationship has lost direction. When your relationship is always a struggle for you. You are both suffocated on what is happening to both of you, then you need to keep the distance. Maybe breakup will take you to the next level. 4. It shakes things up. Relationships sometimes need space and time. Your life will get super in sync when you are too close together until you realize you always do the same thing. You've drifted apart from your friends and you are so entrenched in this routine. Breakup could change your day-to-day way of living and you realize it is quite uncomfortable, but it's too beneficial also. It may happen also that after breakup, you cannot hang out with your friends because they took your ex's side in the breakup. 5. It could help you figure out what you want in life. Being apart with your partner will give you the freedom to do what you want. You are trying to be independent and you want to open up about it to your partner, however you are too afraid of how she or he will react. After giving each other space, you will ready to answer the question that you have in mind, like, did I give enough time to myself? What do I miss while I am in a relationship? What do I not miss? What things I might willing to do or not to do? 6. When you both need time to reflect. When we are trying to fight for our relationship, we didn't even notice that we are already in prison for the wrong thoughts. Thus, we need to break up in order to think or reflect, especially if your relationship is all mixed up with drama. Breakup helps create distance as well as some free time to think over. It is also our perfect time to reflect on what went wrong and then decide if you want to make realistic changes to improve our relationships. 7. Breaking up forces you to face problems. You have no choice, but you have to face your problems separately. In this situation, you cannot rely to each other anymore. Some couples just don't solve problems. They just leave it and be it. Until the relationship became on the crisis, that is the time when you don't have a choice but to end up the relationship that you build up even for a long time. You and your ex have separate ways and you have to accept it. Not all breakup have a negative result. Sometimes it gives more ideas on how you could be strong enough to handle problems so that on the next relationship, or if you have the chance to come back, you will be mature enough to handle it. Thus will result in a happy and long-lasting relationship.